everybody, it's Steph Davis here from flipthiswholesaler.net, and I have a new reader mail video for you guys. My question this evening comes from Kenneth, and Kenneth's question says, "Hi Steph, I want to put an offer in on a Fannie Mae REO and then wholesale to an investor. The agent who I am working with told me that I will have to close on the property and then hold it for 90 days before I resell it. Is this true? If so, is there any way around it? Thanks, Kenneth Richardson." All right, so Kenneth wants to make an offer on a Fannie Mae REO with the intention of wholesaling it to another investor. The agent's telling him you can't do that. You actually have to close on it and hold it for 90 days before you resell it. That is false, actually. Well, it's somewhat true. Fannie Mae does include in their contract or their addenda, they do include a restriction that says that you can't resell, once you close on it, you can't resell the property for more than 120% of the purchase price for 90 days. So it's not, true. You don't have to hold it for 90 days, period. You just can't resell it for 90 days for more than 120% of the purchase price. So for example, if you were going to purchase it or put it under contract for $100, you couldn't wholesale it for more than $120,000. So basically your wholesale fee couldn't be bigger than 20 grand. So are there ways around that? Well, first of all, again, if your wholesale fee is under 20 grand, then you're fine. You do have some other options. Number one is to just cross out that clause in their addenda and see if they accept it or not. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Your other option, or another option, would be to make the offer in the name of an LLC, create an LLC, and then sell the LLC to your end investor, as opposed to actually closing on the deal and then reselling it to them. So you're actually selling the LLC for your wholesale fee or for your fee, as opposed to closing on it and then reselling it to them. So those are some of the options that you have. One thing to keep in mind is that with any bank that you're dealing with, when they send you, a lot of times when you make the offer, you're going to make the offer on a standard realtor contract, usually an as-is contract, and what will happen is you send in your offer, and then if it gets accepted, the bank sends you back their addenda, and most of the time, the addenda have all of these different terms and conditions than what was in your initial contract. So technically that's a counteroffer, and the deal isn't binding until you sign that addenda. So if you get back the bank's addenda and it has all these terms in there that you don't, that you're not comfortable with, you don't have to sign that. At any point you could say, look, I'm not comfortable with this, whatever, maybe they set the closing date out 3 months, or maybe they put something in there that says you can't resell it, for 6 months or something. Like, if there's anything like that in there, you obviously want to make sure that you read all of the terms very carefully, but you're not obligated to move forward with the purchase until you sign, until you agree to those new terms. So that's just something to keep in mind. But as far as the Fannie Mae REOs go, like I said, as long as your wholesale fee is going to be less than, or as long as your price to your end buyer is going to be less than 120% of the purchase price, you're fine. Other than that, like I said, you can try and just strike out that clause in their contract or their addenda and see if they're fine with it. And then again, you can, and I've never done this myself, but I do know other people who have done it this way with the LLC. Make the offer in an LLC, create the LLC, and then sell the LLC to your end buyer. So hope that answered your question. If you have any additional questions, or anyone else does, or if anyone else would like to add something to what I've already said, feel free to leave a comment below on my blog, and I'll be happy to answer it for you. I will see you guys next time. Take care. Bye-bye.